Hi everyone, Jonathan here.
And I'm Day. This is Upper Intermediate Season 1, Lesson 3, The Hunt for a Good American Apartment.
In this lesson, we'll hear a conversation outside on the street after a day of apartment hunting. You'll learn to talk about positives and negatives, also known as pros and cons.
This conversation takes place between Dave and Sheila. They are looking for a place to live and just spent all day seeing several apartments they are considering.
Since Dave and Sheila are friends, they'll be speaking very casually.
Let's listen to the conversation.
I think being roommates was a great idea. I think we make a pretty good apartment hunting team.
Me too. What did you think of that last apartment?
It was so nice. It was big and it's in a really upscale neighborhood.
Yeah, it was. But on the other hand, it was a bit out of our price range, don't you think?
Sadly, yes. The other one we saw was affordable, but it's in kind of a run-down neighborhood.
On the plus side, though, it was right next to the metro.
That's true. It certainly has convenience going for it. It wouldn't take me more than 15 minutes to get to work.
Yeah, I hate commuting, and it would definitely cut down on my time, too.
I'm just worried that a place like that might have lead pipes or bed bugs.
Oh, come on. Don't be so paranoid. It wasn't so bad. Geez, apartment hunting sounds kind of stressful.
It certainly can be. A lot of times it's fun, though. Sadly, a lot of the best places are the ones you can't afford.
Yeah, and the ones you can afford are in a bad location, too small, in an old building, or have some other negative point.
But when you find a good one, it's really exciting.
I bet it is. It must be a real relief.
All right, are you ready for some vocab?
I'm ready.
Let's take a look at the vocabulary for this lesson.
The first word we shall see is
Upscale.
high-end, nice, trendy, and expensive.
Upscale. Upscale.
Next, we have
Price range.
the range of prices that you are willing to spend for something, usually expensive things.
Price range. Price range.
Next is
Affordable.
not too expensive.
Affordable. Affordable.
Next, we have
Run down.
old and not well maintained, falling apart.
Run down. Run down.
Next is
The metro.
the Washington, D.C. light rail system consisting of both subway and above-ground tracks.
The metro. The metro.
Next, we have
To cut down.
to reduce.
To cut down. To cut down.
Next is
Lead.
a metal that old pipes were made of. Lead pipes are no longer used because they can cause health problems.
Lead. Lead.
Next, we have
To worry.
to feel concerned about something.
To worry. To worry.
Next is
Bedbug.
a small insect that can live in beds or furniture and that bites humans at night.
Bedbug. Bedbug.
Next, we have
Paranoid.
irrationally afraid, usually from invented threats.
Paranoid. Paranoid. Let's have a closer look at the usage for some of the words and phrases from this lesson. The first phrase we have is,
It was a bit out of our price range.
we can say something is out of our price range when it is more expensive than we are willing to pay for it. So, if you're looking for a $600 computer, but the salesman shows you a $1,000 model, You could say,
Sorry, that's a bit out of my price range.
right. What's the next phrase?
Dave says, I'm just worried that.
I'm just worried that is a soft way of saying that you are unsure that something is a good idea and that you want to be careful with it.
Right. In the conversation, Dave used it like this. I'm just worried that a place like that might have lead pipes or bed bugs.
That's how he shows his concern about the affordable apartment. Okay, now let's get on to the grammar point.
The focus of this lesson is expressing pros and cons when making decisions.
Sheila and Dave are talking about two different apartments they saw while they were apartment hunting today.
Dave says, it was so nice. It was big and it's in a really upscale neighborhood.
And then Sheila replies, yeah, it was. But on the other hand, it was a bit out of our price range, don't you think?
What does Sheila mean by on the other hand?
Good question. On the other hand is a great phrase to use when we are talking about the pros and cons of something. When do you think we use it?
Well, I guess that Sheila used it when she made a negative statement after Dave had made a positive statement.
Absolutely right. We use on the other hand when we want to express two opposite opinions on the same topic.
Ah, I see. So I could say, you are very funny, but on the other hand, not very good looking.
I suppose so. And I could say, you're smart, but on the other hand, not very nice.
So, what are some of the other phrases we can use like that?
Well, on the other hand can be used by yourself or when talking with someone else the way Sheila used it. We can use maybe, but I think that, or that's true, but when we want to express a different opinion than someone we are talking to. Why don't you make a pro statement about something?
Jay-Z is a very talented rapper.
That's true, but I think that his lyrics aren't very good.
Ah, I see.
Do you want to try making a con statement now?
Sure. Broccoli tastes really gross.
Maybe, but I think it's really healthy for you.
Well, that's true.
Using these kinds of phrases, we can express both pros and cons when we are talking with someone else.
Great. But what about when we are talking ourselves?
Well, like we said, we can always use on the other hand, but there are a lot of other phrases we can use too.
Sheila also says, on the plus side. Is that one of them?
Exactly. We can say on the plus side, followed by a good aspect, and then but on the negative side, followed by a bad aspect. Why don't you demonstrate for our listeners?
Oh, okay. Let's see. On the plus side, learning English will help me with my job and is fun. But on the negative side, it takes a lot of work and practice.
Perfect. Learning is fun and useful, but on the other hand, it can be very difficult. That was a great usage, and I agree with you 100%.
Thanks.
Well, folks, that's all for this lesson. See you next lesson.
Bye for now.
I think being roommates was a great idea. I think we make a pretty good apartment hunting team.
Me too. What did you think of that last apartment?
It was so nice. It was big and it's in a really upscale neighborhood.
Yeah, it was. But on the other hand, it was a bit out of our price range, don't you think?
Sadly, yes. The other one we saw was affordable, but it's in kind of a run-down neighborhood.
On the plus side, though, it was right next to the metro.
That's true. It certainly has convenience going for it. It wouldn't take me more than 15 minutes to get to work.
Yeah, I hate commuting, and it would definitely cut down on my time, too.
I'm just worried that a place like that might have lead pipes or bed bugs.
Oh, come on. Don't be so paranoid. It wasn't so bad.